Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. For those of you that have already joined the previous ones, this is our third masterclass for Toggletopia. So thanks for joining again. But for those of you who haven't, this is our third Toggletopia masterclass, where we're going through 10 steps of how to reach your Toggletopia. So we're going through step 5 to 8 today. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Tess. I'm part of the commercial team at Airship and Toggle. And we're also joined by Cal today. Cal, if you want to just say hello.
Hello, I'm Cal. I know some of you already. If you don't know me, I'm one of the managers within Toggle. Um, if you've got any questions throughout presentations, feel free just to use the chat feature at the bottom. It's next to the React. There will be a Q&A at the end, but if you have any pressing questions, just post it in there and we'll get back to you before the Q&A at the end.
Amazing. Thank you, Cal. Right, well, just crack on. Um, Thank you very much for joining this morning. Thank you for your time. So we are going to be going through step 5 to 8 today for Toggletopia. But just before we go into it, um, this year the gifting market is valued at 8 billion. So staggering amount. This is our seventh Christmas since launching Toggle. So we've witnessed that it's going up and up year on year. The average number of gift cards sold per year as well is also going up per location. So compared to last year in 2023, it's actually increased by 97%. So nearly doubled the amount. And in the months of November and December this year, so obviously we're already in November, December's coming up, Black Friday's next week. We're predicting £37 million of gift cards being sold within the months of November and December. So it's a lot higher than those 2 months last year. So hopefully we can tell you a few things today that you can take away that you can add to your shop that you haven't currently got. So just sit back, relax, let us go through the next few steps with you. So with the months of November and December, we do see out of the whole year around 55% of your gift card sales being sold in those last 2 months. So we're now in week 46, so Black Friday week being next week. We're still ahead of it. So if you don't have any sort of Black Friday promotion on already on your web shop, it's definitely not too late to add anything on. So Toggletopia. Before we go into Toggletopia, though, I'm just going to kind of run through Toggle. Hopefully, everyone kind of knows what Toggle is in the call, but if you don't, we're an e-commerce gifting platform, and we are specifically designed for hospitality. So whether it's a casual dining brand, fine dining, quick serve, competitive socializing, it's all designed for the sector. So you can see a lot of our lovely customers on the screen now. And then in terms of what you can gift, so we do physical as well as digital, and we've also got on-demand print. So physical being your classic gift card, and on-demand is an A4 piece of card that gets printed on demand, and it's really good for those experiences that you sell on your web shop. So the experiences feature is for your prepaid, so anything that you can package up into an experience. So afternoon tea for two, roast for two, bottomless brunch, that sort of thing. And we can also tie in Toggle to your chosen charity as well as community project through our Pay It Forward feature. So one of our customers has Invisible Chips. It's a £5 gift card that goes to the charity of their choice. And then finally, we can do preloaded cards. So these are your free of charge cards that you can send out without a transaction to unhappy customers if you want to do staff rewards, anything essentially where you can just gift out a free gift card. So Toggletopia. So what is it? So this year our Christmas campaign is around the 10 steps to reach your Toggletopia. And the idea is you want to be able to sit back, relax, and just see your gift card sales fly in without having to touch any sort of buttons, and you've already set it up. So it's a process, an automated system, and we want to have a festive grotto where secret formulas gets revealed, to help you find the calm in the Christmas chaos, because it is creeping up very quickly, as I'm sure you're all very aware of. So we're going through step 5 to 8 today. So step 5 being collections are king. And Cal is going to do a nice demonstration of how to create a collection. So if you want to do it along with him with your web shop up, definitely do that. And we have step 6, which is keep your shop front and center. Step 7, which is corporate gifting made merry. And then finally, step 8, which is there is no too late. So if we just go on to step 5, so collections are king. So on the right here, you can see Head of Steam. They've got their collections up there, all dependent on which location that you're buying the gift card for. So the idea of the collections is we want to keep your shop nice and organized, nice and tidy. So when it comes to your customers buying those gift cards, it's really easy and really simple for them to do so. So you can categorize based on location, like Head of Steam have done there, special events or recipient. And especially with Christmas coming up, you want to make sure you've got some sort of Christmas collection on your web shop. So you can schedule it as well. So it pops up in time for Christmas, but also disappears. So you haven't got a Christmas gift card up there when it's New Year's Eve or even in January. We actually did a case study with Brewhouse and Kitchen where they decided to use these collections feature and have different collections for experiences as well as their gift cards and a few retail products that they sell. And just by doing that, they saw that year on year, their gift card sales increased by 43%, which is, a really simple thing to do, but it really does help and it just makes it a lot more organized and tidy for your customers when they're going onto your web shop. So your customers love to browse. So rather than just having one gift card that's £10 for your brand, you want to give them the option. It's going to make your conversion rate a lot higher. And on Toggle, our conversion rate is 14%. The average industry average is 4%, so it's about 3 times the amount as that. So the reason for that is having these features like collections. It's just making it a lot simpler and giving them more choice of what to buy when buying on your brand. So in terms of it on your web shop, so each collection has its own URL. This means that you can direct your customers directly to that collection. So you might send out an email on Black Friday week saying, click here to buy our Black Friday offer now. And that would link it straight to the collection. So rather than your whole web shop, it would just go straight to that one specifically. And you can also do it behind a QR code as well as in venue as well. So making sure that you've got your pop-ups, you could print out a QR code that they can just scan in venue whilst they're eating or whilst they're waiting for the bill. And it would just direct them straight to your Toggle web shop. So Cal is now going to show us how to create a collection on the dashboard. So Cal, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
There you go.
You see my screen?
Yeah.
Lovely. So as Tess says, when it comes to creating collections, especially around Black Friday, you'll see a lot of linger time on your shop front. You'll see it more on desktop than you will see with mobile, with about 75% of your sales being on mobile. But with desktop, having that option of different products to sell, sorry, it gives you a lot more options to actually sell stuff, to sell, be one of better sellers. So you've got in your shop section, in collections, you've got your collection name there, your collection description. You can select as many products as you wish from there, and you can have multiple products in different, the same product, sorry, in different collections. It doesn't necessarily have to just be one each time. You can also have private products as well, so products that aren't to the public in the collection. It'll kind of make your shop look a little bit nicer, a little bit sharper. You can also have bundles as well if you're having any type of bundles over the Black Friday period. So the buy one get one free is a good option. If it's live, then obviously it's usable, and then if it's inactive, then it's not. You can set a date as well, a date period. So if you wanted to do it over the Black Friday period, so if you want to do from Monday to Saturday, for example, when it hits the 31st, the first, it'll just disappear from your store from there, and you won't have to do anything manual. And then you've got your different options as well. So you've got your tile and drop down, which looks like this. So you've got your drop down there, and then your tiles here. What's good about this as well is when you upload an image onto a gift card, that's what's going to pull through to your gift email. Whilst with your images on your collection, that's not. So it's a good way to kind of diverse it and say Black Friday, you might do one for Christmas or New Year's, for example. You've then got your drop down only, so it'd look something more like Las Iguanas, who has just this drop down like this. And then you've got your hidden as well. So when you click the hidden one, once you save it, similar to a private product, URL will just be generated at the bottom. So especially when for those who are integrated with Airship or have a different CRM, for example, you might want to do like a pre-launch of your Black Friday deals where everything's hidden in a collection, and then you send out that collection for people to then purchase before as a kind of, we see that you're a valuable customer. Why don't you come and get a sale before it goes to the public from there? With the collection description, it'll just say up here at the top, and then obviously product name is just there as well. That's collections. It's very simple. But like we said, it's very useful to use over the gifting period. Has anyone got any questions?
There's no question in the chat.
Nope.
Amazing. I'll just share my screen again. Can you see that all okay? Amazing. Thank you, Cal. So just a bit of a checklist when it comes to your collections. So make sure that you've created a collection, first of all. And then you want to set an automatic go live and deactivation date, which is what Cal just showed you there. We can set it for a week. You also want to have your collection URL in your email campaigns. So I actually saw Incognito Bars, they sent out an email today via Airship saying that their Black Friday sale has gone live and they're offering like a £20 added value. So they sent it out via Airship and they had a URL that linked to their Black Friday collection. So really simple, but really effective. And then finally, just making sure that your collection URL is also added to your social media post schedule. So as well as emails, making sure it's on your social media. So on to step 6. So this one is keeping your shop front and center. So you've got the gift card set up, you've got the goods to sell. So now let's make sure that they're seen. So the idea of this section is we don't want your customers to have to hunt for your gift cards. So they go onto your website, they know that you do gift cards, but they can't find them, which is not what we want. So making sure it's front and center, easy to find, so that they can then spend with your brand and come and experience the gift cards. You can do this through highlighting it through your social media posts. So Gusto, they have an example here where they've just posted on their Instagram their physical card. They'll have in their description or their caption a link to their Toggle web shop. So really nice and simple, but it's raising awareness that you've got gift cards through other platforms. Email campaigns, so like Hal mentioned with Airship, or if you have another CRM, and also in-venue signage as well. So there's a lovely example from Paragon Group. They've got it in all of their tables, this signage, where it's showing that they have a gift card on Black Friday with 20% extra added value. And they would just be sat there eating, they might be waiting for their bill, they can scan that QR code and it will direct them to the Toggle shop. So really simple, but it's just getting it out there for your customers to see. So as well as QR codes and upselling, also your prominent placing on your website. So making sure that they're not unable to find it and it's really easy to see. So for example, there's a 3 here just to show you what it can look like. But this is straight away, you go onto their website, you can see that they've got gift vouchers, gift cards, whatever you'd like to name it, as long as it's obvious that it's a voucher offering. So making sure it's very easy for your guests to shop with you on Toggle. With social channels, so another one from Paragon Group here, they've created a reel that they've put on their Instagram, but not necessarily about the gift card, but what you'd actually be experiencing when you go into venue to redeem that gift card. So whether it's a reel on Instagram or you can make TikTok creations if you've got a TikTok account, to just highlight what they're actually getting to come in to redeem that gift card for. And then QR code is really simple again, but really effective. So Ambient Tapas, this is their example. This QR code would be a link to either a collection or a actual gift card shop. So whether it's your whole Toggle web shop or just a specific collection for Black Friday or Christmas. You can generate those codes through a free generator. So we've put a couple examples on there that you can use, and then you can just choose the URL link, which would be your Toggle web shop or a collection URL, and just add it in there. So the checklist, so embed your Toggle store URL into the gift card button on your website. Nice and easy to find straight away when they come to the website, so they can just click on it straight away. Add your URL of your Toggle store to your social media link tree, as well as social content promoting the gift card and what you can actually get when you redeem it. And also scheduling out an email to promote Black Friday sales, Christmas Eve, and also Christmas Day, because you can still make gift card sales on Christmas Day. Any questions on that, Cal? All good so far? No? Amazing, cool. So step 7. So we have recently released a new bulk order feature, which is making corporate gifting a lot easier for you and other businesses. So we want this to be used as a way of you being the one that people go out to be able to do their corporate gifting. So it's a lot easier, it's a lot quicker. So whether it's a promotional campaign that you want to use it for, or corporate Christmas gifting, you can absolutely use it for that. If you haven't currently got this switched on your Toggle account, I'm going to be sending a follow-up email for everyone that's joined this web shop, so you can just ask me about it after that. Or you can email the success@usetoggle.com if you are interested in, and we can activate it and we can get you to start using it in time for Christmas. But the idea of how this works, so you can use the bulk order feature to create a large number of gift cards. So you can do up to 100,000, so plenty of amount there. But for example, Cal has a pub right next to a HSBC bank. He wants to be the go-to option when it comes to HSBC doing their staff gifting or corporate gifting. So he goes to them and says, would you like to do 50,000 gift cards for all of your staff? They say yes. He'll create that in Toggle. You'll then get a CSV file that you can then download, and you can distribute it however you wish. So whether I just give that straight to Cal, and he prints it out onto a card and gives it to all of their staff, or you send it out in a mail merge on your email CRM that you've got. We currently do have St. Austell's doing this for their staff. So they're using Toggle, they're creating a massive bulk order, they're giving a £10 gift card to all of their staff. And the way they're distributing it is just by putting it into a greetings card. So it's completely up to you how you want to go about it, sending it out to them once you've got the big file generated. And then just a checklist on this. So you want to decide whether you would like to offer a discount on the bulk order. So if I actually just go back here, you can see that Joiner's Kitchen, they've created 9 bulk order gift cards of £10, and they've actually added a discount of 10%. So it's really easy to also add in a promotional code on the bulk order as well. And then once you've decided if you want to do the discount, the next checklist would be to send an email letting your guests know that you can also supply corporate orders. So just making sure that they're aware that you can do it, and then you can follow it up with the corporate CSV file. And then finally, step 8. So there is no such thing as too late when it comes to Toggletopia. We can actually see an increase in sales, or still sales, sorry, on Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is our biggest day, hands down, but you can still mark it right up to the wire, including Christmas Eve as well as Christmas Day. So bills, there's a really nice example here of their email that they've scheduled out that goes out on Christmas Day to all of their customers saying, Merry Christmas, buy one, get one free, voucher is here. They've got a URL linked there, so that all they have to do is click onto there and they can get that buy one, get one free. So making sure that you don't stop at Christmas Eve, you can even do it on Christmas Day and post that. So I don't know why my laptop's making that noise every time I click next.
What we tend to see as well as from the last 2 years is Christmas Eve has actually been the highest seller of gift cards over the year, as well as Christmas morning between 9 and 11. So you get these last minute people who are going to the grandmother's, cousin's, friend's house, and they're like, what do I get them? Oh, I don't know, an Ivy gift card. Best thing to do it. Have some sort of post or an email or something like that. Just go out and build up towards Christmas. With Christmas itself, with the gifting period, what we see is Black Friday, people tend to purchase for themselves. After that, for the build up towards Christmas, is people gifting for each other. And then after Christmas, the in between Twixmas, where everyone's just sat drinking, be merry, people are then buying for themselves as well. So if you did want to do kind of like a January bounce back, Black Friday and Twixmas is probably like your key dates to kind of do it. And then buy a January bounce back, sell a cheap card, which is redeemable only in January, between January and March, for example, that you may want to do. We had Six by Nico last year do it, where the cards were only sellable during sorry, they were only redeemable between January and March 14th or something like that. They had it in their T's and C's that it couldn't be redeemed on weekends and it couldn't be redeemed on days like Valentine's Day, for example. Functionally, those cards would have been redeemable on those days, but how they kind of got away with it is through their booking system. They had it prompted saying, are you booking with a gift card or are you booking with just a random date? When they chose the gift card, it would then cancel out all the dates where you weren't able to actually redeem it. They made about 6 million on, not 6 million, they aimed to get 6 million this year. They got 3 million last year on Black Friday alone.
Which is insane.
Madly.
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. So we've got two graphs here. So the first one is showing those Christmas Eve sales. So this is the Black Friday peak. But last year on 2023 alone, sorry, on Christmas Eve alone, we saw 1.1 million pounds in gift card sales, which you'd think it's too late, but it's absolutely not. Obviously, people are still buying on Christmas Day, just like Cal said. And with the purchases of Black Friday being more for yourself, like Cal also just mentioned, it kind of reflects on the type of gift card as well. So when it comes to whether it's a digital, so the email voucher, or in-venue purchase, during Black Friday, there's a massive peak of email vouchers being sold, and that is for people buying it for themselves rather than a gift. But then we see a slight increase all the way up to Christmas Eve of in-venue purchases increasing. So Holly and Ash mentioned it last week. If you do have physical cards with us, make sure you've got enough in stock, because it's not that once Black Friday is over, you're not going to see any in-venue gift cards. It's actually the opposite. It's going to start increasing all the way up to Christmas Eve. So definitely worth making sure you've got enough in stock. So just to do the quick checklist of step 8, there is no too late. Make sure that you've created your Christmas morning emails and scheduled the delivery. Just highlighting the fact that you do have still gift cards available on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. Have your in-venue vouchers proudly on display for purchase. So like Paragon Group did, make sure there's a QR code so it's very easy to scan it, go onto the web shop and purchase a gift card. And then also, as well as in emails, make sure you schedule a social post promoting your gift cards, whether that is also on Christmas Day or Black Friday, as well as Christmas Eve. So making sure it's all scheduled, nice and automated, so you can sit back and see them come in. That was all of the steps. It is Q&A now. Has anyone got any questions at all? Or is there any in the chat, Cal? No questions.
None in the chat. Any questions from anyone else?
I'll just get to the last slide, which this QR code has all of the slides that we've been through today. So feel free to scan them. I will send them over in an email as well to everyone that attended. But thank you so much, everyone who's joined. If there's no questions, then feel free to hit the leave button. But yeah, thank you very much. There is one next week at 10 a.m., which is going through the last steps of post Black Friday and also January bounce back. So definitely tune in if you're free next week.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.